Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we'd get a little more personal. I'm taking a personality test and I'm terrified. So today I thought we'd take the 16 personality Myers-Briggs personality test. I hope I'm saying that right, I'm probably not. Which is essentially just a test to see where you lie personality-wise, whether you're introverted or extroverted, you think more with feelings or thinking, that sort of stuff. Now, I took this test previously, like years ago, and I don't remember what I got. I'm assuming I got like INFP or something. I think. I know for sure I got introverted because I am very much an introvert. A test doesn't have to tell me that. So I thought we'd take this today and see what I get. I wish I honestly could remember what I got before so I could compare, but this will be my true self. For a personality test, takes less than 12 minutes. Be yourself, answer honestly, can do. Complete it all, try not to leave any neutral answers. Okay. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. No, I do not. It really, like, I know a lot of these I'm gonna struggle with because it really just depends on the situation at hand. But for the most part, no, I don't. So I'm gonna go with disagree. So yeah, we have neutral, slightly disagree, disagree, and then strongly disagree, and then same for agree. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Yes, very much so. I will do strongly agree on that because I definitely do that. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. This question is kind of odd to me because it really just depends on the trip, because for the most part it is usually a rough list of ideas, but if I have things that I need to get done or I like really need to see while I'm on that trip, then it might be a more detailed itinerary. But I'm gonna say slightly agree, because it's mostly a rough list of ideas. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Yeah, I don't need to think about that one. That is definitely strongly agree. I'm definitely the type of person that thinks about what I could have said, or I play scenarios in my head where someone could have said something and I could have responded back really well. Never happens. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not to try and solve the problem. See, this really depends. I definitely like to be there for my friends emotionally, but if they've messed up very badly, I'm gonna tell them they messed up. But I think at first I'm going to let them console, but after that I would like to see what had happened and tell them straight to their face if they've messed up or not. So I'm gonna say slightly agree. People can rarely upset you. I'm gonna go with agree. I'm a very cool-headed person. I'm not one to get really upset or sensitive about situations. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. I'm gonna go with strongly agree on this one because I very much do. I'm an awkward person, and especially if I don't have much to talk about or I don't have much interest with the person I'm talking to, I would hope they would lead the conversation. If you have temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. I'm gonna go with slightly agree. Yes, I do try to make it a priority, but do I do it? Not all the time. Sometimes you just procrastinate. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you've met. I'm gonna go with strongly agree because yes, I honestly don't care what anyone thinks about me when I meet them. If I meet you and I'm like just myself and I'm really nice to you and you leave and still think I'm a terrible person or that I'm annoying, oh well, like Am I ever probably gonna see you ever again? Probably not. Back in like high school, I definitely cared way too much about what people thought of me. Like, I tried to be the nicest person and tried to make everyone like me, and it just ended up in people finding me really annoying. Now that I'm older and I realize that high school isn't the be-all end-all, and those people you meet you're probably never gonna see again, I really don't care about making a good impression on someone unless it's like really important, like I'm meeting my significant other's parents or something, you know? It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. That's exactly what I do. Yeah, I'm going to go with completely disagree because, yeah, I do that all the time. You're more detail oriented than a big picture person. Yes and no. I'm detailed oriented in certain aspects, but this is a very broad statement because it really just depends. So I'm gonna go with slightly agree because I can be a detailed oriented person most of the time. You're very affectionate with the people you care about. Yes, I am. I very much am. Whether it be emotionally or physically, I am an affectionate person. Some say clingy, I say overly affectionate. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. No, I do not. I don't know what the I'm doing. I'm gonna go with disagree on that. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Like, I can't be careful about anything. You are still bothered by the mistakes you have made a long time ago. Oh, yeah, I am. Does anyone else just lie awake in bed at like 2 in the morning, remembering that time you f***ed up in like 7th grade? 'Cause same. Remember that time you like ran into a pole in kindergarten? Remember the time you puked all over your desk during a test? I'm totally thinking of vague scenarios and not pulling from my own memory or anything. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action. Yes, when I go to parties, I honestly just stick with my friends and kind of hope they don't go into a massive crowd of people because it makes me very anxious. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. No, I'm gonna go with slightly disagree. I've definitely met a handful of people who definitely let their emotions guide them, and don't get me wrong, a couple I have really disliked and learned that I can't really ever be their friend. But at the same time, I do let my emotions guide me. But I kind of get along with most people. Normally, if I don't get along with someone, it's because they didn't get along with me first. When looking for a movie to watch, you spend ages browsing the catalog. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. Yes, I can. Having the work ethic that I do and doing retail for years, I am very good at staying calm. When in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. No, I will never do that. I cannot. Like literally just no. There's no other way to explain that. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Yes, very much so. I have very weird dreams. Dreams and nightmares. I have those dreams where you wake up in the dream and then do stuff, whatever, and then you actually wake up and you're like, wait, wasn't I just in the kitchen? In your opinion, is it sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life? Ooh. See, I'm not about messing up people to get what I want. I'm gonna go with slightly disagree because I feel like it really just depends on the situation. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. No, I get sidetracked very often. I always have goals set in mind, whether big or small, but I definitely do get sidetracked by other things and other goals, so I'm gonna definitely go with disagree on that one. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge. Oh yeah, I've been doing that since I was a kid. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Yeah, I do. I'm not the social butterfly type. Never have been, probably never will be. Usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. No, I like philosophical discussions. You could never let yourself cry in front of others. I'm gonna go with slightly agree because I can cry in front of others and I have, but I hate it. I feel worse crying in front of other people. Like, it makes me want to cry more. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than a more quiet and intimate ones. No, definitely not. Like, sign me up for a small little cafe I can doodle at and have a nice cup of coffee. Like, You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. Yeah, those always interest me. I like what ifs and all that fun stuff. I really do. When it comes to making life-changing decisions, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. I like to think I listen to my head, but I probably don't. A lot of the decisions I've made are based on how I feel in my heart. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something you cannot see, touch, or experience. No, that sounds amazing. Like, I would love to do that. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. No, definitely not. I'm not a revenge type person. I'm not vengeful. I definitely forgive people whether they deserve it or not. So, you often make decisions on a whim. Oh, yes I do. I used to not be like that. I used to have everything planned out and figured out, and if things went wrong or not the way I planned it out, I would freak out. But now I'm more chill. The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. I'm gonna go slightly agree, only because it's definitely more interesting to hang out with your friends, but as far as just hanging out with other people in general, I'm far more interested in hanging out by myself. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or message of a song or movie. Oh yeah, I do. So interesting to me. You always know exactly what you want. No, I am very indecisive. Extremely indecisive. You rarely think back on the choices you made and wonder what you could have done differently. No, I definitely look back all the time. It goes back to the one about you always think about your mistakes and what you could have done better. When in a public place, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas. Yes, definitely. A good example of this is when I went to Fremont for Halloween a couple years ago, I believe. I just wanted to go to the bars on the outskirts of Fremont, but my friends wanted to go into Fremont, which is a lot of people. It was a majority rule, so I went in with them, and like we got maybe like 10-15 feet into Fremont, and I knew we were getting up to like the big middle area where everyone usually is, like more further in, you know. And I was like, you know what, can we like not deal with large crowds of people, please, and thank you. You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. Oh hell no. I love the idea of future possibilities and what the future has to hold. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Definitely not. I am one of the most empathetic people I know. I for some reason have a really easy time understanding people's emotions or what they're going through. Starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. If it's an individual project, yes. If it's a group project, no, I will let someone else handle that. I feel like I'm taking an assessment test for an interview. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. No, definitely not. Unless I'm very close to you, then maybe, but if I've just met you and only known you for like a couple weeks, I really don't care, because obviously at that point you had some weird fantasy version of me in your head and I didn't meet your expectations, and that's not my fault. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Man, I wish I could do this. Like, I wish. And drift away into daydreaming about various ideas or scenarios. Yes, I do. Very much so. That's very self-explanatory. You look after yourself first and others come in second. Oof. I don't know how to respond to this one, actually. I think this might be my first neutral. I try my very hardest to look after myself, but man, do I put a lot of people, deserving or not, before myself. And I worry about so many more people before I worry about myself. And it's very bad. You should only worry about yourself and really put yourself first. So for that, I can't really say agree or disagree, because I've had patterns where I've done both. Even when you've planned a particularly daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. Yeah, I'm gonna go slightly agree. Most of the times if I really need to get things done, I will do them, but if most of the things I need to get done aren't that much of a priority, Then I'll sit back and chill for a bit and maybe get a couple of those things done. Your mood can change very quickly. No, not even. It goes back to the other questions. I'm a pretty level-headed person all around. You often contemplate the reasons of human existence or the meaning of life. Yeah, do I ever. I try not to. What happens when I die type scenario. So you often talk about your own feelings and emotions. Yeah, I'm pretty much an open book. To the right people, obviously. I'm not gonna tell a stranger my life story, but I'm a pretty open book and I'm very comfortable sharing my feelings and emotions. You have got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. Oh, hell no. It goes back to the other question. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. Like, you rarely dwell on your regrets. Nope, I definitely do. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around you quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway. Oh, heck yes. You see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. No, I'd like to think I'm realistic, but at the same time, I don't think I am. You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have. See, it's a tricky situation because I don't think I've ever been in a scenario where someone has gone through something I haven't. Then again, it does stem from being able to understand people's emotions really easily and stuff, so I'm gonna go with slightly agree. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous burst of energy than to organized, consistent efforts. Oof. I'm gonna go with slightly disagree because I definitely have those bursts of energies where like, I'm gonna record today and I'm gonna edit it all. But then there's other days where I'm like, okay, I need to record this day, I need to edit and upload this day, and I'll have like a whole to-do list. But your emotions control you more than you control them. Very much disagree. Like I said, pretty level-headed and in control of my emotions. After a long exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. No. After a long exhausting week, the only thing I need is some comfy clothes and my bed and a nice book. You frequently find yourself wondering how technology advancement could change everyday life. Ooh yeah. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. Yes and no. It really just depends on the situation. I will admit sometimes I have my moments where I will do some really rash shit out of nowhere and not really consider how anyone else would feel. But other times, if I have a moment to sit down and really think what would happen if I had this outcome and how people would react to it, I'm gonna go slightly disagree because I feel like I've definitely had more moments of just rash decision making and pissing everyone off. You still honor the commitments you have made even if you have a change of heart. I'm gonna go with disagree, honestly. Well, slightly disagree because I try to, but I don't know, if I'm no longer your friend, like, why should I have to uphold our commitments? You rarely feel insecure. Oh, hell no, I'm always insecure. See results. Ooh, let's go. I'm excited. Ooh, INFPT. 90% introverted. Yeah, I knew that was coming. 70% intuitive. Interesting. I would have considered myself more observant, but I'll take it. 71% feeling. 69% prospecting. Okay. And then 53% turbulent. So I'm an introverted, intuitive, feeling, prospecting, turbulent person. I'm pretty sure that's similar to what I had gotten years ago. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will leave a link down below to this personality test that I just took so you can see what you are, and let me know in the comments down below what you get. But yeah, if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and click the little notification bell to get notified every time I make a new video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!